Okay, welcome back. Hopefully continue to explore the city. Bonifice, I think it was called. Interesting name. Last time we discovered, so we're on the we're on this little this inlet, this port. We're on the east side of it, northeast side, and we find an adventurers guild. Hoping might be able to get some skill training in here. So, this large building has many rooms devoted to training. A man holding a wooden sword greets you. This is promising. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. We train in skills useful on the road and in dangerous places. Melee weapons or disarming traps cost 100 coins a session. Defensive stances 150. Okay, yeah. What would you like to train in? I think we could do with, let's just for now go with melee and take a look at what that does. Farewell and good fortune. So we've got a little bit of gold anyway, didn't we? We've got what we were carrying around with us. Doesn't show you in inventory. Which party money 376. So I don't want to spend it all, but let's take a look. Let's go back to the character screen now. So melee, I believe, was, maybe I should have checked that. Melee was 3. In fact, that's easy to check. I want to go back and check that. So let's just load the game from where it was, because we've not done much. Yeah, 3, and in brackets 6. And once again, despite saying that I would read the manual, I didn't. Instead, I played Fallout 76 until silly o'clock. Where were we training? Melee. But tonight I'll give it a go. So yeah, that puts us on 5 and 8. So we gain 2 points there. I think it actually tells you it does that. And what we could do as well is go for some defensive training, but I won't just yet. So nothing else went up. That was one skill that was trained, melee. So it's useful to know that Bonifice trains those 2 skills, and somewhere I should make a note. Well, I have got a pad with me, and it's actually some graph paper, just in case I have to do any mapping. I don't think I will end up doing any mapping today, but I've got plenty of it with me. Really, I don't want to be writing notes on this, but I should have a notepad somewhere. It's at the back of the desk, of course, so excuse the noise, because I've piled stuff on top of it. There we go. Let's find a clean page. This is all gripping viewing, I'm sure. So, Bonifice training, melee, defense, and that'll be really useful because I've written it as I usually write it, so that I can't read it later. Space when done. Let's see what else is knocking around. I'll just make a note there as well, northeast. Okay. I can't remember what that rip-off guide said. So we've climbed some steps by the look of it, and we're now on top of like a little plateau area. Speak to this chap. All the nobles live in the northwest corner of the city. We're in the northeast, so this is Chad Mad's Athenaeum, or Athenaeum. Chad Mad's. The shelves of the shop are covered in scrolls and dusty books. The proprietor is a thin, twitchy fellow. Hello, hello, welcome to Chad Mad's. We have scrolls, we have tones. Sell. Well, we can. We can sell. We can sell that defensive glyph, which I'm going to take another look at before we do anything with. Let's see what it's got for purchase. So there's different, right, now then. We've got the Librum Querum, which is the cheapest, and I don't know the difference in these just yet. But judging by the price, these are a lot more capable. Perhaps they come preloaded with spells. You see now, maybe that's a worthy purchase, or that one. I don't know. It would be nice to be able to examine them before purchase, but all I'll do is I'll save purchase, I'll take a look, and you know, if I decide I want one, then base it on that. So there's another building over this way. This is Posius Apothecary, named after the screwdriver bit. The shop is filled with strange scents and smokes from bubbling flasks and tables. A hooded figure behind the table peers at you through the haze. Good day and welcome to my apothecary. Have you need of potions? So we can sell what we've got. A little tune when you access the menu. So there's a lot there. We've got these first two. Must be like the very basic ones. Herbal remedy, glorious flask. And then some of these sound like buffs. Lightfoot lager. Healing cordial. An elixir of vigour. Okay. I hope they are of use. Well, I'll never find out. So I haven't bought any. We'll top up the health, as I've just noticed. Let's have a quick skirt around this raised area. Not expecting to see anything, but you never know. Block there. The brush was too thick to get through. Okay. What have we got? Koraz's fine armours. I like the sound of that. And the Arms Emporium. Makes sense they'd be next to each other. Have you visited the temple? So beautiful. I haven't. The door is locked, and a sign on it says awaiting stock from Eastern Markets. Oh, I wonder if the armour is the same. Yeah. Sounds like an issue we may have to, or may be able to help solve, I hope. I like that. The crunch of the path, the bonk of the wood, and the scuff of the dirt. 3 different sound effects for this. So this is the little island that we spotted on the way in from the overworld view. This is the temple, isn't it? Got some braziers burning away, some windows to the outside. Welcome to the Temple of Light. Enter in peace. Yeah, nice big trees. May the light guide you. Well, it's easier to use it than the darkness. Okay. So, we've got a lot of bookshelves. Let's see. Mythological Creatures, Part 3. The Grootslang is a powerful demon from another world. It appears to be a gargantuan snake with the head of an elephant. Vicious and evil, it devours men whole. It only has 2 weaknesses. One is its greed for gemstones, diamonds in particular. The other is a blessed ivory horn, a relic that will turn it to stone forever. Thankfully we'll never come across anything like that, will we? 1,000 years ago, the Foundling. 1,000 years ago, our people sought new lands over the open ocean. For months they sailed through trials and danger until landing upon a verdant shore. Led by the wise priest Bonifice, a temple to light was built and a colony founded on the river's mouth. It was he that gave the name Talanua to our new home. Interesting. Imperial History Part 1. The first Emperor Vorst was a powerful and wise warrior. He made alliances instead of enemies. The defeat of the giants won him adulation of the north, giving him control over the known realms. He retroactively declared the first year of his rule to be the start of imperial reckoning. No books of interest there, none there. Strange Artifacts, Part 1, The Radiant Pharos, or Pharos. A powerful artifact of a bygone era, the Pharos is a rod that shines with the light of the noon sun. Its power is so great that no darkness, no matter how powerful, can extinguish its light. The whereabouts of it is unknown. It disappeared while being transported to Mondula. First we've heard of Mondula. Imperial Monster Guy Part 4. Dragons are beasts of great power. Now we've heard about a dragon locally. They are long-living, cunning, malicious and greedy for treasure. The eldest dragons can speak should they wish to. Their lairs are well hidden and very dangerous. Dragons are solitary, but one is enough with their tough hides and dangerous breath. The best tactic to dealing with a dragon is to run away very quickly. I had a feeling when it started talking about tactics and dragons it was going to say something along those lines. Sensible. The Book of Illumination. In the beginning there was only darkness. Then from the void came a light, bright and piercing, that filled all of creation. The light broke apart into many colours, some bright, some dim, but all together, pushing back the black of night. And nothing there. So, a little bit of a library. This looks like speak to our Hierophant if you seek enlightenment. Yeah, this is going to be like the main temple itself, isn't it? The main area. This man is praying quietly. You decide not to disturb him. Do I? Doesn't sound like me. You see an older man in white robes with an aura of peace and wisdom about him. Welcome to the Temple of Light. I am the Hierophant. That's very lucky because I was just told to speak to you. So, let's talk about the city. Port Bonifice is a great city indeed. Alas that so many follow the virtue of greed and gaining material wealth over spiritual satisfaction. Yes, it's a merchant city. Besides, forgive me, I should not complain of such things. The prince wearies me. Well, tell me about the prince. He is a vain and greedy man, although he hides it well. He looks about and leans in closer. I believe he may be hiding wealth acquired unlawfully. His arrest could lead to real change in the city. It's not really very wise to be telling everybody your suspicions like that, especially if it's that powerful. Perhaps the light will show you the way. Tell me about the Empire. I fear the Empire is gone, friend. Some may claim otherwise, but there is no law now beyond our borders. Where once there was unity and cooperation, now there is only ambition and avarice. Beliefs? We see light as a metaphor for knowledge, compassion, courage and so forth. All good virtues work together to banish the darkness of ignorance, hatred, vice, all the evils of this world. Okay. Slight Ultima vibes, but not too badly. Those are virtues. In general. So, temple. And you know, it's probably fitting that something like this pays homage to games that it no doubt took inspiration from. The Temple of Light was built at the founding of the city centuries ago at the first landing. We have an extensive library with knowledge unmatched in the realms. While our attendance has suffered in recent times, our beliefs have never wavered. The library. We've been in there. Well, I boast a bit. The capital has a great library as well. Well, had, he says sadly. And the towers of sorcery are bastions of magical knowledge, but are difficult to visit. Our library is open to any who seek knowledge. We have sought it. That's the word. Now, that opens up a lot more to talk about. We can talk, I think maybe because we've been in Loot, we can talk about the towers, the Groot slang, and the Ivory Horn. So we're going to ask him about the Ivory Horn to start with. A blessed ivory horn. Such a relic must have come from the Savage Isles. It's the only source of ivory in the realms. I would make inquiries at Ebonus. Interesting. We'll ask about that. We'll ask about the Groot slang. The Hierophant frowns. I recall reading about that demon in our library. So do I. Such an evil creature must not be allowed to walk this world. I'm sure it doesn't. And there we can ask about the ivory horn, so maybe we should just do things in bloody order. Temple, library, towers. There are 7 for the schools of sorcery, expressed by colour. They are located all over Talanua. I know the location of a few. The Amber Tower lies upon the moors northwest of here. The Crimson Tower is in the Savage Isles south of Ebonus. Interesting. Okay. I don't think there's anything else we need to cover. I'll just go through it quickly. 5. It talks about the prince. The Empire doesn't talk about anything else. Beliefs doesn't talk about anything else. Temple we've been through. We get to talk about the library. And then we've got Towers, Gritslang, and the Ivory Horn. That's it. Yeah. 9. Okay. Locked. And this way, probably locked. But it isn't. But it does have beds and whatever those things are. I wish I knew. I think that is it for the temple. I go back to the city travel. So I think that's the eastern side and the northeastern side looked at. I don't think there's anything else this way. Camilo the Wise. So this is just to the west of that little rise we were on. We haven't been in here yet, so let's take a look. So Camilo the Wise. The shop is austere. A few shelves of books and scrolls. A man in robes sits at the desk reading. Bask in the presence of Camilo the Wise, he says flatly, not looking up. I can identify the strange and unusual. 20 coins is my fee. I can also train you in lore or sorcery if you wish. 100 or 250 coins per session. Perception. So, yeah. Yeah. He's a bit more expensive, but if we want to go back and get things identified at Alpthorpe, we've got a bit of a jack. I am possibly stingy enough to do that. We'll see. Thank you, come again, he says, while reading. A little bit ignorant. Inclined not to use his services. Bushes in the way here. That's so he's talking about those high-end shops. Why do all the kids comment on the accent? Did you just get off a ship? Can't stand cheeky little kids. Ah, okay. So this is the northwestern side. I think this might be, so what we've got here, we've got the House of Healing we know about, and this one was McDonald's, of course. That was Fabro's Weapons, which is not a high-end shop apparently. This is the way we came in. That was the Wharf Master. A city official greets you. Welcome. Are you seeking passage on one of our ships? Yes. 2 ships in port. One's going to Ebonus, the other is heading to Zephyr. So 20 and 50 crowns respectively. So not yet. Oh well, good fortune. Not yet, but that's it. That's good to know. What have we got here? The Rat's Nest. Ahoy! Welcome to Port Bonifice. Okay, you can't pass the right there. Or there. That's a way out of the city, and this must be the noble. Let's speak to that guy, did we? Beware in the southwest part of town, where we've just been, in other words. Let's just save the game there. But I am going to go back. I want to try and I don't know what this is that's blocking us from moving right. There's a guy standing over there. I wonder if that's just a tease. Oh, we can get it this way. A very large thug stands near a surprisingly opulent door. Piss off, he growls at you. Okay. The rat's nest. A dirty man with missing teeth greets you with a broken grin. Oi, welcome to the rat's nest. We've got some pallets upstairs if you need a kip. 3 coins each, mind the bugs. We've got grog in the pub, 3 coins. And there's a game going. There's a game going on if you want to dice. Sergeant Harper. Breaking into a Yorkshire accent there for a minute. Heading for it anyway. We don't want to rest, we don't want to drink, we don't want to gamble, but we'll leave. We'll do that a bit later, possibly. But do they have as good rumours as the... what was the other one? The mermaid something? So now... Oh, I did want to speak to... Oh, he warns us about that, doesn't he? Okay. Now, I assume there's a light source, is like some sort of fancy light source. The Traveller's Inn, that'll be expensive. The inn is well furnished and decorated. An older, finely dressed woman greets you. Welcome to the Traveller's Inn. We offer the best accommodations in Port Bonifice. A fine supper and bed await you for only 20 crowns. Yeah, that's fair travels. It's quite expensive, but not undoable. Okay. Interesting. The building's completely different. It looks like it's made of stone and it's got like a red clay tile roof or something. So here we are in this, and the staircase to the right. Oh my god, oh, I just nicked his... It didn't even give me the option. Well, let's hope that goes unnoticed. Hello, I wasn't in the other room. On the desk is a long scroll detailing a complex trade agreement between Port Bonifice and Isfahan. These names don't roll off my tongue very well. Isfahan. At the bottom is the merchant prince's signature and a blank space for another. Why would I take it? Just going to leave it there. You see a middle-aged man in rich colourful clothing, his fingers adorned with jewels, rings, and a golden badge of office around his neck. He smiles politely at you. Good day. I am Merchant Prince Satani? Gotta say that. How can I help you? The Empire. After the collapse of the Empire, the chief merchant houses of our city elected a prince from among them to rule. We need no empire and their taxes. We can rule ourselves. Oh yeah. City. Ah, beautiful city. The greatest port in Telanua. We import many fine goods from all over the former empire, as well as export metal, mostly iron, from the mines nearby. He frowns and sighs, but our troubles are great. Oh, here we go. Trouble. Well, let's see. There is the lack of product at the mines, lack of lumber shipments, diamond trade fall-off, and the trade agreement. Go on then, I'll buy it. We'll start from number 1 this time. Mine. I've had disturbing reports of strange creatures disrupting work. If you could investigate and report back, I would be most grateful. Solving the problem would be worth 1,000 crowns to me, he winks. Well, we probably will. Lumber. Lumber comes on barges from Ashford and Blaylock to the north, but it's fallen off of late. See what you can do to get deliveries back on track. Had just a bloke that walked into your house, mate, nicked 500 gold coins and you handed off jobs. Diamonds. Our diamonds come from Treston to the far east, through Ispahan and Zephan. The ship captains have told me that raiders are wreaking havoc on the caravans. I am like I said, there's a map with this game. I'm going to look at it a bit closer now, because now I'm starting to see places I'll have to visit, and I can locate myself at Bonifice. I'm curious about the scale of this game. People have said it's expansive. So, trade. If you're heading east to Isfahan, I'd appreciate if you could get the agreement signed. You'll find it on my desk here. City. Ah, beautiful city. The greatest port in Telanua. We import many fine goods from all over the former empire, as well as export metal, mostly iron from the mines nearby. He frowns and sighs. But our troubles are great. Yeah, we've done this one. Well, I guess we've got our tasks assigned. As you wish, I need to return to work. Farewell. Okay. Yeah, we'll take it. So I'm going to take up a slot now. No, it doesn't. That's good. It's a quest item. Right, look in there. See if you're leaving any more coins around upstairs that I can just... Ooh, hang on. Locked. Okay. Should I have just been able to pick up that gold? That's a significant amount of money. What was that there? Oh yeah, just the tree. Okay. I think. Oops. Yes, I know. That is. Let's have a look. I know what I want to do. Examine that. Casts ward. Okay. So maybe I should bear that in mind if I come across anything particularly. And stopwatch. I still don't know what that does. Anything particularly dangerous, hard to fight. At the moment, we're okay with kit. We've got reasonable kit. Our melee's gone up a bit. Don't know what kind of difference that will make. We're now. Where's the money? It's not there. We could just go and grind out some level, maybe. Get some cash. Do some skill ups. Until that guy can't train us anymore. So this is the north end of the city. Save it just there. A couple more minutes, and then call it a video. Group of people which we'll approach. They are pilgrims and they offer blessings of the light and move on. Oh, cheers, yeah. So a weathered signpost stands nearby. It reads north, Blaylock, south, Port Bonner. I quite fancy a trip up north. Narrow passes again. That looks like some sort of caravan on the road. Caravan, which will approach. It's a merchant caravan, moving slowly and watchful for trouble. They greet you cautiously, offer to sell you some of their wares. Yeah, sure, let's have a look. So we've got arrows, we've got quarrels, we've got a slingshot bow, cloth, padded. Nothing really useful. Yeah. Not for us. Goodbye. Where the signpost stands near here, it reads south to Bonifice, west, and yet another place, Cragburn. Obviously, sort of semi-modelled off, like some Scottish inspiration creeping into the naming of these places. This looks like it could be Blaylock. What's that out to sea? So. Aye, welcome to Blaylock. Aye. That's quite clearly a Scottish. A Blackbridge Arms. A thin woman with a long nose greets you. Aye, welcome to the Blackbridge Arms. That's not very Scottish. Room with a bed costs 5 crowns. We also sell rations for travellers like yourself. And they do. Quite sensible ones as well, not potatoes. So potatoes were obviously for sale because that's what they farm at Alpthorpe. Not something you'd purchase. Something you purchase perhaps if you're going to bake it in a campfire that night, but not something for a long trek. Hardtack dried fruits, salted fish, all good though. Salt and honey cake would probably keep very well. Honey keeps quite well naturally anyway. Excellent. What is our ration? Oh, and it's cheap to stay. Be off with you then. Let's take a look at the party. Rations 96. We could stand to buy some of that stuff. I'm just going to speak to this child and expect a comment on an accent. You'll find the sheriff across the bridge. Disappointed child. Have you met the Solely fisherman? He comes from the east. The fish are nae bite in the sea. There was nae lumber shipment again. A salmon's head. Well, tell you the truth, I don't want to bog the video or the series down with lots and lots of exploration of cities, but let's have a quick overview. There's the wharf master. So what was it gonna? So if I leave here, it'll take us back to where? Oh no, okay. Osthaven, which is interesting. Interesting naming. Kind of a Scandinavian thing there, I think. 80 crowns a piece, or Germanic. And he sells boats for 50. Huh. I think boats can get stolen though. Yeah. Well, I'm just going to leave it there, I think. I'm just going to quit. It's not a massive place. But, yeah. I just realised I didn't write down any of what that merchant prince was saying. And I think that's exactly what I should be doing. I am neglecting my duties. Anyway, I'm sure we'll figure it out. But for now, I'm kind of reluctant to stop, but I am going to. Yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry about how bitty this may have felt, but we're just exploring the game, taking it easy. Alright, see you next time. Thanks very much.